Hi, this is Kate. Welcome to the Ordinary Earth Song. It's been a while. And just to explain, major internet issues. We have just had it wired into the house, so hopefully that means I can now upload videos to YouTube without any issues, which was something I wasn't able to do. So hopefully this will work. Been kind of chomping at the bit to do some readings. I actually did record some whilst I wasn't able to upload them, thinking I could upload them at a later date, but yes, for some reason parts of the readings disappeared, so they obviously weren't meant to be shared. So interesting how that happened, and I can't explain it. Anyway, I hope you are well. It has been a while. I'm very aware of that, and I wanted to get back on the horse, so to speak. So I'm going to do I sort of set out today to do just a general reading to get back on the horse. I'm still feeling like that's on the cards here, so I don't want to do a massively long one. Out of practice a little bit with doing this out loud. So bear with me, I will do my best. So I've called to do a reading today. It's Sunday the 25th of the 5th 2025. I don't know if the date is significant in any way, shape or form. It feels significant for some reason. The time is currently 21:21 as well, which is get your words out, Kate. Repeating numbers. 21:21. So that means anything 21 as well. Might be worth taking note of that. So I'm going to do I just heard pick a card, so I'm going to do a pick a card. 3 cards have literally just fallen out of the pack as I was saying that, so we're going to use these ones. I'm using the Tarot or Oneness. Okay, so the first group is the 3 of Cups. Lovely card, all about togetherness, friendship, sitting around and have a cup of tea. Lovely. 8 of Pentacles. Making a permanent mark there. And Awakening. What a lovely card. Number 20. Awakening. Cool. So I'm liking these cards, they're lovely. So group number 1, 3 of Cups. Group number 2, 8 of Pentacles. And group number 3, Awakening. Choose what resonates with you. Watch whatever ones you fancy. And I will see you in your readings. Hello, group number 1. So you chose the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups, which is all about friendship, supporting networks, circle of friends, circle of support, literally sitting around, not sitting around obviously, I mean literally sitting around, but being with your friends, doing what you do with your friends, and having that opportunity to talk, to discuss, to let off steam, literally letting off steam here. I can use the word literally in that context, I think, right now, because these cups, there's steam coming off them. Letting off steam and having a group of friends to do that. How lovely. So let's pop your indicator card. Up there. Does that work? Put this back a bit. You see that? Pretty rubbish, isn't it? I'll do 3 of Cups. Lovely jubbly. I don't know what I'm doing now. Okay, so let's see what message there is for group number 1, please. 3 of Cups from friendship. Circle of friends, support network, letting off steam. That one's digging me in the hand. These ones want to come out. That one there. That one there. Okie dokie. Let's see what we've got. From the bottom, okay. 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful card. Oh, it's lovely. My eyes were drawn to these flowers down here. Are they strawberries or are they flowers? Do you think? It could be strawberries, couldn't they? They could also be some sort of exotic flower. Like an orchid or something. It could be an orchid. That could be the... Yeah. So looks like an exotic bird. 9 of Pentacles. Abundance, good health. Wishes coming true. Coming home. It feels like coming home. I think it's because it looks like the bird is about to land in this birdhouse here. Spirit of Swords. Now in this deck, I can't remember what Spirit of Swords. Spirit of Swords. I'm going to look at the book. Where the book is. Spirit. Is that the Queen? So, embodiment of swords. Embodiment is the king, so spirit is the queen. And it says here, the spirit of swords, rational, empathetic, unbiased, clear boundaries, independent, mental clarity, intellectual, open to ideas from others, truth seeker, tell it like it is, upfront, honest, and resilient. So this is a queen. We've got the 9 of Pentacles, coming home, which is coming true, and the Queen of Swords. Intellectual, independent, very capable. Look, I think she's she's really up high here. She's looking down on the trees and she looks like she's on the top of a cliff face. So she's very self-assured, very sure-footed. She's looking down on the world, observing the birds flying beneath her. Something about friendship here as well. Look at that. 2 of Cups. Friendship, loyalty, love, coming together, trust. That's pure friendship. Partnership. It could be love, it could be a proposal, but you know, this is about friendship. This is about being self-assured in your place within this friend group and really trusting that connection. And feeling at home. Spirit of Cups, Queen of Cups. How lovely. Look, she's looking down into the sea here. She's looking down into the trees, and this Queen's looking down into the sea and seeing all this life beneath her, before her. Both on the edge. Support. Nurturing, loving, beautiful cards. The Sun. Look at that, looking ahead into the future to a new horizon. This feels like a beautiful energy. It really does. It feels secure. Like you're winning. Ace of Wands. It's a bit of a... It's not a chameleon, that, is it? I don't know what that is. It's a lizard. And it looks like a pencil. It's not a pencil. That is a crystal of some type. Or is it a piece of wood? It's a wand. Should I look it up? See if it says anything about that. Ace of Wands. Again, inspiration is a new opportunity, curiosity, growth, ideas are flowing, spark of excitement. That's why I got the impression of a pencil, maybe. Ideas are flowing, writing it down, drawing it out. Desire to learn something new and potential desire to learn something new. It's very linked. And does it say anything about... Oh, see, orange calcite wand. So that's an orange calcite. Highly energizing crystal that works wonders on the lower chakras, enhances feelings of being grounded and promotes a sense of belonging. It also enhances sexual energy, and creativity, and helps integrate the spiritual realm with the physical realm. I realised recently I'm not very mature. It should not have come as a it didn't come as a surprise whatsoever. But you know, when things really hit home, you're like, I'm 48. Maybe I should know better, but no. And Spirit of Wands, you got another Queen. You got the Spirit, you got the Queen of Swords, you got the Queen of Cups, and you got the Queen of Wands. Wow. Queen of Wands. Grief. A feisty, confident, self-assured person. Self-assurance. Looking and stuff. Just well. With this friend group, it feels like you are the go-to person, or the person that not gels everything together, but you would be the person that people come to, potentially, to share, to vent, to let off steam with, to have a laugh with, to be immature with, potentially. And there's nothing wrong with that. Genuinely don't think there's anything wrong with being immature. I embody it because it's fun. But I think you're the one that's encouraging the look into the new horizon, the view of success, the view of taking control. That you have that perspective of it's okay, you can do this, and they love that. You're this steadfast person in this group. Potentially, you're surrounded by people who don't leech that energy from you. They're not energy vampires, they're reciprocal, and you get from them as much as they get from you, and you give in equal measure. This feels like a lovely friendship, and if this isn't something that you've currently got, it will be something you'll have in the future. Now, I got this little deck from another tarot reader. Her name online is the Nordic Light, and she's made these cards which I thought were beautiful, and I wanted to own them, so I bought them. I'll show them to you. I'll take a couple of cards from here, and one's obviously already flown out there. Gossip. the three birds. Can you see that? 3 birds all nattering on their branch, sharing with each other. Pop that there. I like that energy. It doesn't feel like, you know, some gossip can be considered negative depending on what you're saying and what, you know, are you bitching and moaning, or are you just sharing a bit of goss? If it's doing no harm. Challenge. Are you worried that you're being gossiped about in your friend group? I guess that's potential, but it doesn't feel like that would be the case. I mean, you know, any friend group, actually, you get more than 3 people, and you're gonna get a couple in a group who will talk about the other one, and, you know, all 3 will do that with each other, about each other. And sometimes when you're sensitive to these things, you can realise that is happening, and it could be that that's a challenging idea that someone would be talking about you. It's not necessarily negative talk. Focus. Gossip, challenge and focus. Gossip, challenge and focus. I'm getting a couple more cards, I think, just to clarify. Can I have a card that could clarify challenge for me? What's the challenge? Are you focusing on... Is it you? Are you focusing on something that you've heard? Is it you think that they're focusing on something that they might have heard? So this has got a little heart up here, so it's focusing on love. Can I have a card that would help clarify the challenge card, please? Nothing's coming out. Anything to help challenge the challenge, that one. Protection. Protecting the group, protecting yourself from the gossip. It doesn't feel like you're being gossiped about, though, but potentially you think you are being. And that may be affecting your relationship. You start doubting the relationship you have with them. Maybe you're focusing on that. I don't know. I'm guessing. I mean, this doesn't feel like a cohesive... This feels like a separate situation. Feels like the friendship group, the group of friends, is a settled, established thing. Or what just popped into my head was, it's something that you really want, but at the moment you feel like you're in the energy where it's a bit more awkward, bit more gossipy, bit more backstabby potentially, not as beautifully laid out as it could be. This is what you want. This is what you have. Gossip and challenge, and you're focusing on a new friend group. You're focusing on the potential negatives that are coming out of the group of friends you've currently got, or your current situation. The alternative is that there's a sense of protection going on. There's a sense that you want to protect what is, be the voice of reason, and turn things around for the group. There's a few possibilities here. This card here is calling me. Purpose. Your sense of purpose is to protect. That one. Release. have patience. And then you'll have abundance. An abundant Three queens. Three strong personalities. Each intelligent, each overseeing, each connected in a group of friends. It feels like there's definitely a challenge going on, and it's focused on this element of people talking about other people behind their backs. The need to protect yourself and them and the group. And this can be done with a sense of purpose and by releasing what has been said, what has been done, having patience, focusing on the love, which will come in abundance. One thing I've learned about friendship groups is there's always times when you're like, are you my friend still? I'm not 100% sure. Because it feels like there's something being said about me behind my back. Or you've got a friend who comes to you and starts talking about the other person in the group. And they're like, I'm not 100% comfortable with this, but they need to talk, so I will listen. You listen. You put some perspectives forward, but it can make you doubt the friendship, because you start thinking, if they're saying that about them, what they're saying about me. It always turns back to what they're saying about me. So it causes this bit of uncertainty, but you want it to go back to this. You want it to go back to this settled sort of, we're all a queen. We're all in charge. We all love each other. We're coming home, moving into the future. And then we go through this cycle of coming back, working it through, talking it out, shifting perspective, releasing what was once thought to be true, being patient, focusing on the love, bringing it back in, allowing it. Let's see what the Dreamgate Oracle has to say, if it can clarify any of that or add some level of confusion to it, because, you know, these things don't always help, do they? But let us see. So any clarity or guidance that you can provide, Group 1, please. Just very quickly. Any words of wisdom? Ooh, that one. Sweet alchemy. Transmutation. Inner light. Cycles of growth. Yeah, because this is a cycle of growth. Things don't ever remain sort of steady and blah blah blah, and people never talk about each other. That doesn't happen. People talk about each other. That's what happens. But it allows that cycle of communication, a bit of challenge, communication, a bit of patience, a bit of releasing, letting go, growing, growth, allowing the growth. And that does involve a level of challenge. Last card. Kindred spirits, soul family, vibrational magnetism. Okay, that's what the group has. Soul family is soul family. It's connected. You don't necessarily remain connected throughout your entire life with the same people. That's not the way things work. If it's time to move on, then it's time to move on. But you've had that connection. The connection is there because it existed, and with the people that are coming up in the future, it exists. The connection exists now. It's taken some time to get to the point of actually meeting. Kindred spirits will find each other. They won't necessarily stay together, but they will find each other. But if they can work through the challenges, if they can work through and allow the growth, allow the changes to happen, allow the group to develop and grow and not remain the same, then the group will most likely be able to stay connected in some way, shape or form. It's when someone in a group doesn't want anything to change. They gossip or they spread rumours. They start shedding doubt into the light of the family or the group. It can taint it, and that's when people start moving on. But change leads on to new options or new opportunities, new possibilities. So it's never really a bad thing. I'm not seeing an ending here. I'm seeing a challenging moment within the group's time, but it feels like this is a tight-knit group and that it can grow, it can change together. Yeah. So we're going to leave the reading there because this is already half an hour long. I didn't want to do a half-hour long reading, so sorry about that. Anyway, I'm going to end this reading here. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go into group 2. So thank you. Take care. Bye. Hello, group 2. You chose 8 of Pentacles. So this looks like a permanent mark this person is getting here. Permanence. It's transformational as well. 8 of Pentacles is all about becoming the master of your craft. Expert tattooist. Becoming the master of your craft. Enjoying what you do. Really putting your all into the passion of what you do. Fantastic. Pop that there. Okay. Reading number 1 was like half an hour long, so 20 minutes, so 25 minutes. My goodness. Okay. That one, those two. I'll start with those. Nine of Swords. Oh dear. This is all about nightmares. Are you worried you will not become the master of your craft? Do you know what the craft is that you should be the master of, or what you want to be the master of? Have you got doubts? There's something playing on your mind that's causing you doubt and worry. Five of Swords. It's the story of the Five of Swords. It's about loss, grief, being bullied, potentially abuse in a relationship. Feels like something really holding you back. Damn, girl, lovers. Feels like a partner. Sowing the seeds of doubt. Making it hard to do the thing you love. Good grief, cut the ties. Look at this. Cut the ties. Release yourself. 8 of Cups. Cut that tie. This is extremely direct. Withdraw, retreat, move on. Okay, this is the most direct message ever. Perspective, change your perspective. See, this is the Hanged Man card in normal decks. This card is called Perspective, and the Hangman is all about changing your perspective. The Hangman is usually trapped, hang upside down, sometimes by choice. Oftentimes by choice, in actual fact. These people are in these balloons by choice, but they are trapped in the balloon whilst they're in there, but they are changing their perspective whilst they are up in the sky. They're able to see down, and they're able to see the broader, bigger picture. You need to see the bigger picture. What is it that is holding you back? I've got a very good idea of what is holding you back, but I'm not gonna... You know what is holding you back. You have a very good idea of what is holding you back, and a very clear guidance here is to withdraw. Action of Wands. Now, Action of Wands. Embodiment is the King. Believe action is the Knight. Yes. Action is the Knight of Wands. So it says here, passion, adventure, energy, inspired action, impulsive, bold, courageous, enthusiastic, acting before thinking things through. This is you, given a chance. Look at that rainbow path right there. Rainbow path, that adventure, that gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous option of going down there and just seeing what the other side of that hill looks like. Going exploring. Finding out what you can do, what you can achieve. Inspired action, impulsive, bold, courageous, enthusiastic, passionate, adventurous, full of energy. Allowing yourself, enabling yourself to be impulsive. To become the expert of the thing, the craft, the passion you have in your life without somebody holding you back. Withdraw, cut the tie. Allow your voice to be heard. Get rid of the nightmare. Get rid of this barren wasteland. We oftentimes need someone, think we need someone to tell us what is best for us. Think we do. Do we actually need someone to tell us what is the best for us? No. We can get guidance from others, sure. We can get different perspectives, different ideas, different takes on the way things can be. But we're going to stop ourselves from being the passionate master of the craft that we want to be part of. The thing that we want to lay our hands on and do and love with a passion so strong that when we're doing it, we don't feel like we're working. I'm just going to quickly use the little guide deck by Angela Skog. She's a tarot reader. I'm not going to say another because I'm not really classing myself as a tarot reader. I'm classing myself as a practitioner of reading cards. She's a tarot reader, very good at what she does, and she's produced these beautiful cards. I'll just quickly show you. Look what was on the bottom. Purpose. What is your purpose? What is your drive? Is it somebody else? Is it somebody else telling you what you can and can't do? What you're able to do? What you're capable of? Or is it you? Are you the purpose in your life? Release and let go. Have some peace. I want to cover these cards up. With your passion, with your joy, with your abundance, with your creative juices flowing, independent of somebody else's opinion of it. Get kindness for yourself. You get your abundance. You get your joy. You get your love of what you're doing, who you are, and then you can heal. This is an extremely clear message. I'm just going to use the Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle now. Such a big box, it's ridiculous. I like to keep things in their boxes so that I can manage them better. Self-mastery though. Self-mastery for reading number 2, please. What do I need to know about self-mastery? Think about your emotional well-being. Water. Your emotional well-being is so important in your everyday life. Anything else for group 2, please? Indigo, mystery and mastery of life. You have the ability to really master your own life. You have something you need to let go of. And when you let go of it, you can start relying on yourself for what it is you need to be doing, what it is you want to be, who it is you want to be, what it is you want to create. Trust yourself, your inner voice, your intuition, to piece it together, to draw on you and your strengths. To become your own emotional well-being coach. It's a new dawn. It's a new dawn. The card says, welcome back. Welcome back. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. For you. Circles of life, family. do I take this card? Or this card? No. Anything else? As above, so below, heaven and earth. Balance. Balancing who you are, making a whole picture. This is a whole picture. This is a reflection of a reflection of a reflection of a reflection. As above, so below, so above, so below. So above, so below, so below, so above. Constantly mirroring. Constantly mirroring. Who is it you're mirroring? Are you mirroring the voice of somebody else? Are you mirroring the beliefs of somebody else? Are you allowing yourself to be told you cannot do something, you're not able to do something, that you need to be concentrating on whatever it is you need to be concentrating on? Are you reflecting that back into your life? Are you reflecting that out of yourself? Is that who you are? If you cut the tie, allow yourself to release from that voice. You allow the reflection to change. You allow your inner light to come out. You allow your voice to be heard. You allow yourself to grow as an independent individual person. And you allow yourself to become someone you've wanted to be your entire life. Master of your craft. The lover of what you do. The passionate soul driven by your own unique stamp and take on reality. Allower of you, allower of your truth, allower of your abundance, allower of your creativity, just your allower, you allow you. And as you get to know you, your below becomes your above. And your above matches your below. Matches your above. Matches your below. You become whole. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. I'm going to leave that there. I hope that was okay. And yeah, I'm going to go to reading number 3. See you later. Bye. Hello, group number 3. So you chose Awakening, which is actually the Judgement card in traditional decks. So this is they've called the Judgement card Awakening here. But Judgement traditionally is all about clarity, getting clarity, making a decision as well, letting something into and letting something go. That's what this looks like here to me. So letting something go, releasing it, and waking up, releasing it into, sort of letting it go. It also looks like, what's that ball with the wings in Quidditch for Harry Potter? For the life of me, I can't remember what that thing's called now. But I know what I mean. I'm sure you do as well. But no. Angel wings. Waking up. Releasing yourself to your life's purpose. Okay. Let's see what comes out of the deck. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh, little turtles. I get so sad when I see nature shows and they show the turtles, baby turtles being born. They're all like bleary-eyed and tiny, coming out of their little mound where their eggs are, and they have to make it across the beach. And as they're making it across the beach, there's all these predators, and it's just heartbreaking. I remember going to the beach once in Corfu when I was a kid, and there were turtles on the beach being born, trying to make their way to the sea. And it was really lovely because there were people there and they were helping them survive the journey to the water, which is kind of cool. But this card looks like this seagull is about to take this poor little baby turtle. 9 of Wands. It's all about persistence. So just because the baby turtle is about to be potentially taken from that by that seagull does not mean the seagull will be successful. There's 2 there. All that, the seagull will remain holding its grip on the baby turtle. I want to know what the book says about that card actually. 9 of open 8. Okay. Courage, resilience, boundaries, persistence. Stand tall, do what it takes, maintain your focus, keep pushing, surround yourself with strong supporters. Keep going. Your life purpose is calling. You need courage, resilience, persistence, the ability to maintain your focus, keep pushing, keep pushing. You are awakening. Push, push, push. Don't slow down. Have a break. You can have breaks for sure. If you need one, but keep the tenacious persistence is generally required. It doesn't always happen overnight. You do need to continually push. It's ongoing. It never stops, not really. Yeah. The High Priestess. There's real potential here. Real potential here. To achieve this high status. Developing intuition, developing that kind of mystical connection to self, to spirit. It requires persistence, it requires courage, it requires push. That personal inner drive. Awakening is in the cards here. And 6 of Pentacles. Generally it's about holding on too tight to what you have. Being generous though. Helping others. Again, 6 of Pentacles. Charity, kindness, community, giving, receiving, sharing, wealth, generosity, assistance, humanitarian efforts, paying it forward. Paying it forward, persistence, tenacious, giving, charity, intuition, awakening, growth. It feels like this is a way to carry on growing, is to step into that world of giving, humanitarian work. Developing the flow of abundance isn't just about receiving. The flow of abundance is also giving. You have to be part of the flow. What comes into you goes out to others. Be part of the flow. Anything else for group 3, please? Abundant growth. Action of Pentacles. Lifestyle change. The field is full of wheat. It's had a good harvest. It's taken a lot of patience to get to that point of that growth. It's ready to be tilled. Think all the mouths that could be fed with that. This is holding on too tight. Fast movement. This feels like you got 4 of Pentacles and a Chariot here. So you've got all this tenacious, courageous, intuitive, mystical growth, encouraging, giving, being generous and kind and humanitarian, and you've got abundant fields full of wheat, and then you've got these two holding on potentially too tightly, being very protective, squirreling, literally squirreling away. These are squirrels. This is a little squirrel here with squirrel hands holding on to his nuts. And you've got fast movement. This feels like a choice. This feels like a choice between holding on to what you've currently got and the wealth that you could accrue from selling all this wheat, or choosing a new path, a different path that will quickly take you into a new world of awakening. One path will keep you more where you are. The other path will lead to something new. I'll put that there now. Three of Pentacles. Working together, working with people in harmony, giving, receiving, giving, receiving, being part of the flow. Interesting. Right, I'm going to use these cards here that I got from a little guide deck. It's called by Angela Skog. She is Nordic Light and a tarot reader on YouTube. She's created these lovely cards. So I'm going to use them because I've used them in other deck and the other readings, and I just think they're lovely. Nice little indicator cards. Oh, blimey, that one fell on the floor. 1 second. Come on, there you go. Inner child. Oh, look at that. Little lamb. Little lamb, little lamb. Expressing or working with your inner child. Success. Fantastic. gossip, but that was in reverse. What's the opposite of gossip? Minding your own bloody business. I guess. Minding your own bloody business. Luck is on your side. I just looked at that card, and it's the dream card. Look at that. Inner child is really sticking out to me here. It's really, really sticking out to me for some reason. Sorry, I just need to take a drink. Feels like potentially this holding on too tight is linked to the inner child and potentially the shadow that was developed at some point during the inner child, the child part of you's growth. A shadow formed to hide an aspect of yourself, to protect you from something linked to loss. And that shadow protects you in a way that ensures you hold on tight to what you have in fear of not losing, but I'm getting the sense of it feels unfavourable. It feels like if you were to let any part of what you have go, or if you were to sell the contents of this field and end up with a buttload of money and a lot of wealth, and it didn't really matter who you sold that wheat to, but you would have the wealth, and whoever had the wheat could do whatever they wanted to do with it. You don't really care. And this is just my thought process. This isn't actually happening, obviously. It feels like you would be okay with that transaction because your shadow is saying if you don't do it, you're putting yourself into some form of danger, or not danger. It feels like lack, risk. It feels like risk to not do that. So this part of the shadow, this part of your shadow self is hiding the inner child who would actually want to sell to some people that might use the wheat to feed a lot of people. And they might buy it from you at a much lower price. But you would feel, as the inner child, would feel happier knowing that all this wheat, which you would still make a considerable amount of money from, it would be less, but it would be a considerable amount of money, and that would allow you to sow a new field and have some spare. The inner child would know that wheat would be used to benefit others, which is the flow, which is the give and take, which is the humanitarian side of things. But the shadow is more inclined to only allow you to sell the wheat for profit, regardless of who it's for, to the highest bidder. So I believe the cards are saying the inner child work that needs to be done here is recognizing what that is within yourself and working on it, working with it and figuring it out. The choice is entirely up to you. It always is up to you. One path will keep you more where you are. The other path will take you down a new route of awakening. The choice is yours. No judgment from anyone or anything about what you decide to do. This is just the way up. Let's go with the Self-Mastery Oracle with a Metatron. Just to see if there's anything else that could come out that could potentially help group number 3, please. Okay, I'll be honest with this one. Passion and love for life. Yeah, recognizing that. Recognizing that in yourself. Potentially as that being part of your inner child. And it could be, it may be a victim of the shadow. But I think you are aware of a passion for life and love, a passion for and a need to change and develop and know yourself better. But there's something holding you back. It's whatever is holding you back, that's a shadow that is covering a part of your inner child, and it's protecting you from something that you were learnt was less than ideal when you were younger. So the shadow was built over shading the inner child and allowing you to behave in a way that would bring you the thing it thinks that you need. Healing heart healing. Speak up and be heard. Communication. Okay. You need to heal your heart. Do some shadow work. See your inner child. Work out who you actually are. Not who your shadow has told you you are. Not who your shadow is just trying to protect you. But it's shielding the inner part of you, the inner child, the part that came into this world, the part that you've put buried down deep. Yeah, it's heart healing and allowing yourself to be heard, to speak up to, and it's not about you now, it's about you then, your inner child, allowing your inner child to be heard. Maybe it's just a moment of listening, a moment of understanding, a moment of hearing. Okay, I've got a feeling this is the last card here. That's that one. Movement is needed and action needs to be taken. Yeah. Again, I can't say it enough. Whatever you decide to do is entirely up to you. There is literally no one here saying this is right or this is wrong. You do what you need to do, what you feel right doing, because you're gonna have other opportunities in the future. Okay, you do it when it feels right, you do it when it feels safe, you do it when you know you're able to do it. But this, I have a feeling, will keep coming up. It will keep coming up, and you will keep being encouraged to do some inner work with your inner child, shadow, working some stuff out, because you have opportunities that will take you quickly into a place of awakening, on one level or another, that will allow you to become more aligned to your inner self, your inner child, your whole self in totality. You don't have to do it now if you don't feel ready. You can do it whenever. And the choice is entirely yours. Anyway, that's the reading. Thank you very much for watching. And hopefully I will see you sooner than has been previously been true. What I'm trying to say is there's a really long gap between the last reading and this reading. I'm hoping that the next readings will just come out much more quickly, depending on how the internet reacts to uploading this to YouTube. Okay, so thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.